Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite brushes from Morphe. Now Morphe is a very like controversial brand brush wise because they are on the cheaper side, if you will. There's a lot of videos talking about it. They are one of those brands that are really endorsing YouTubers. Not every brand really endorses YouTubers. For example, like MAC Cosmetics doesn't endorse as many, but I've seen a couple, and that's as far as my knowledge. I've not done like extensive research on this, just so you know. But like you see, like Morphe is endorsing a lot of big YouTubers. Like we got Jaclyn Hill, which I actually love her, and I'm not bashing any of these YouTubers or Morphe. So we have Jaclyn Hill, we have Manny, we have like so many big YouTubers that are being endorsed, and a lot of them have coupon codes. So Morphe carries a lot of eyeshadow palettes. They're about $20 to $30, if you will. So Morphe is known for their price point, right? They're known for having good quality and cheap brushes, or that's what they stand for, truly. So what I'm gonna pretty much be telling you is, this is my opinion. This is my opinion on Morphe brushes, flat out. Not all their palettes are amazing. They have inconsistency in their formula. Some palettes or some formulas are a lot better than others. They have really amazing products, some really shitty products. So does every brand. MAC has some of my favorite products, has some of my least favorite products. What can you do? But Morphe tends to be a little bit more under scope because they put more effort in advertising than other brands, in my opinion. So what I do have to say from my observation is that all the really good brushes tend to be their more expensive brushes. Like they're like, yeah, Morphe's so good, so cheap. Like, oh, my favorite powder brush is only like $20. Well, like high-end powder brushes are around that price point too. So you got to keep that into consideration. And a lot of their like face brushes are pretty much the same price as high-end brushes, which kind of annoys me. So I'm just going to be showing you my favorite brushes. I'm not showing you my favorite like face brushes, my favorite eye brushes. I'm showing you my favorite brushes from Morphe, meaning like the brushes I actually like. So yes, I might not have something from a certain category, but I'm just going to be showing you. Sorry for this really long intro. I just pretty much wanted to tell you guys like the pretext on Morphe and why like this is a controversial video. So one of my favorite brushes is the M533 brush. I love this brush. I kind of messed it up. See how it's a little bit dented? This is just a close-up. The reason I like it is because it's really thick and dense, has like a lot of nice thick hairs. I like this because putting a really light initial shade in my crease, it's pretty much putting my transition shade. If I'm going to be using a lot of colors to kind of build dimension, I like using this one because it kind of blends it out really quickly, just kind of gets that color all over. And a lot of Morphe's individual matte shadows tend to be a little bit less pigmented, so it's really good to pick up those shadows that aren't as pigmented or don't swatch nicely, if that makes sense. And it kind of just blends it out, pretty much does the job for you, because that's so many bristles that when you're going back and forth, you're gonna have to go back and forth less times because there's more bristles doing work each time you like go back and forth. So I just really like this to kind of get like shades like Peach Smoothie or Sunflower by Morphe, or Peach Smoothies by Makeup Geek. But I like taking shades like that, transition shades, and kind of just buffing them into my crease because it's kind of just gonna get the job done quickly. So the next Morphe brush I love is the M405. I love this brush. It's just like a nice, dense, kind of like cheek brush. I like this because it's dense enough to where it's gonna pick up enough product so you can blend out your contour nicely. I used it for my contour today. I talked about it in my cream contour and highlight, or cream and powder contour highlight video / baking video. But I really like this because it kind of just gets in that nice like area, and it kind of just goes back and forth. And I like that it goes up just because then you blend your contour upwards and not downwards, and I just love the thickness. I don't notice hairs falling out of this brush. It is just nice. Something I do have to say about Morphe brushes is not that the hair falls out, it's that the like metal part might like detach from the wood and then it'll start rattling a little bit. I've noticed that, and I've seen other YouTubers talk about it too. Just take some hot glue. It's that easy. I mean, I know it's like annoying, but you're paying less for this brush, so you gotta understand. My dad always told me, like, if it's too good to be true, it's not. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing. It is too good to be true. It's not happening. So yeah, just take that in consideration. The next Morphe brush I love. This is one of my holy grails from Morphe, actually, and super inexpensive. By the way, I will link all these brushes down below. It is the Morphe M160 in a half. So this is an angled concealer brush. Sorry, mine's like really messed up. I really love this, so I can take my concealer under my brows, and it's literally just like perfect. So like once I do a sculpted brow, I pretty much will take my concealer and kind of like sculpt around it to kind of clean up the edges and everything, and I love this brush for that much more than the average concealer brush. and this is actually a Morphe M240. Honestly, concealer brushes are the same for me anywhere you go, so I just throw this one in there. This is one of my favorites just because they're so inexpensive, and I don't see the point in getting a really expensive one unless you're using it to clean up your brows or using it for more precise work. Then you might want one with a little bit more of a tip. Something I do have to say is that I love Morphe brushes in kits. However, they don't have names, and it really bugs the heck out of me. So it's like, they're like, yeah, what brush are you using? I'm like, oh, so it's the pointed one from this set right here, and yada yada yada. I don't like that. I think that they should all have names, or you can say gunmetal set number 1, number 2, number 3, just so you can reference them, if that makes sense. And you can't buy a lot of them, their sets, you can't buy the brushes individually, which is also really annoying. Like this one came from a set. I actually like this concealer brush a little bit more because it does have more of a point, but the issue with it again is that it can't be like pretty much quote it. Like if you write an essay, you can't like quote it or cite it. So I'm just gonna take this tape off. I did this little project with my brushes. One of these brushes, this is the Morphe brush in oh, I can't believe I just got that on footage. So you guys see exactly what I mean. It pretty much just broke off really easily. This is the inside, if you want to see. It's kind of gross and green. But see, so that just came off right then and there. This is kind of an expensive brush. This is the Morphe M460 brush. I did not like this brush at all when I first got it. I actually thought it was going to be synthetic when I ordered it online, and it wasn't. But pretty much what I like using this for is when I don't want to bake under my, or you can use this to bake too, but for personal use, when I don't want to bake under my contour but I want to clean it up, I'll take a lighter powder like MAC Accentuate, Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder, things like that. And I will just kind of dip my product into that and kind of just like pat below, so I can kind of like clean up that area to kind of just like give it a more chiseled look, or you can kind of use it like on the sides to clean up nose contouring. You get the picture. But that's why I like this brush. Ew. But yeah, so you can literally see it broke. Morphe brush I love is one of the ones that don't have a name, and this is just from one of their kits. It's this really small detail brush. This is my favorite for cut creases. I just love it because you can go like this and it's like perfect. If you want to see a video on cut creases, I'll be more than happy to do one for you. So this is one of my newfound favorite brushes from Morphe. I got this on my last trip to the Morphe store. I've been in the Morphe store 3 times, and I have made about 6 online orders from them. Just so you guys know, to accumulate all the brushes that I could have possibly tried from them. I've probably spent about $800 with Morphe so far in my experience. So you gotta understand, I've spent $800, and this is what I have to say about Morphe. So Morphe, this is the Morphe M441. I love this brush because it has a really nice tip. I'm not sure if Jaclyn Hill talks about this one, but I feel like she does. Anyway, so the reason that I like this is because it has a nice point. So it's really nice and fluffy. I would say this is for a natural hair brush. This is on the softer side. So I actually used it for my eyeshadow today. As you can see, it's the same color. So pretty much I like it because it buffs the transition shade in very nicely. But then I like it because it has more of a point. So then you can go ahead and use a darker color and keep it more tightly in that crease area. So this brush is very multifunctional, which I love. Also, I love this because it's really nice to get eyeshadow under your eyes to kind of round out that look. Or it's even nice for a nose contour, which is amazing. This is one of my everyday eyeshadow brushes. Like, this is in my top 5 Morphe brushes. So the next brush I love is the M510. This used to be my everyday highlight brush. I currently use the Anastasia A23 just because I like that one better. This one is a really nice brush though, because you see it's not too big, not too small, can get a really strong highlight, can get a really nice natural look as well. Yeah, and this is super inexpensive too. I'm not 100% positive, but when I did get Live Glam certified, which is a makeup artist certification, I really just got it. I didn't learn anything from it. I really just got it because I needed something to back me up because I am a self-taught makeup artist. So yeah, I think this came in my makeup kit that they sent me. I'm not positive though, but a brush from Morphe that's very similar did come from them. If you guys want to see a full video review on getting Live Glam certified, comment down below. I will tell you my experience, tell you if I think it's worth the money, and what I learned in it, if I did learn anything. Anyways, so the next Morphe brush I like or love is the M534 brush. So this is just a more dense brush. I just like these more for cut creases when I'm kind of trying to really like define it, because it's nice and dense, but it kind of has that like really nice point, but it's not going to be too intense to where it's like difficult to blend out. Next brush by Morphe, and this is my all-time favorite Morphe brush. Sorry, there's colors on this. I have like 3 or 4 of these. This is what it pretty much looks like. It's kind of like a dome shape. It's like a natural hair brush. I think all the Morphe brushes I talked about, except for the concealer ones, are natural hair favorite brushes. Now, I really like this brush because it is a perfect, exact dupe of the MAC 217 brush. Now, the MAC 217 brush is an expensive brush. It's pretty much just like a nice fluffy brush. I love this because you can use it in your crease, you know, to blend out some shades. You can kind of use it again, almost as in like the same function as this one, to kind of blend out bigger shades or like kind of get it deeper in your crease. You can use it you can use it for nose contouring. I like it because you can use it under your eyes, you know, for that. But my main favorite thing is that I love using this on my outer corner. I feel like it does all the work for you, kind of get that shade in there. That's just why I love this. This is my all-time favorite Morphe brush. Hands down, the R39 is amazing. If you haven't tried it before, go on Morphe.com right now and order this one. You will love it. 5 favorite Morphe brushes are probably this one. So we got the Angled Concealer, the R39, we got the M441, we got the Angled Contour, which was the M405, and then we got the M533. Honestly, if you had to get 4, these are the ones. Anyway, so those were all my favorite Morphe brushes. There are other Morphe brushes that I like or I will use. However, I do have to say though that these are the ones that I really think are worth buying, especially because there's only one Morphe store, meaning you have to order this stuff online, meaning you can't like play with it. You know what I mean? Like that's why I like places like Sephora, because well, I used to work there, so I'm kind of biased. But you can go there and play with the product and feel the brushes and all these things, and you can't do that with Morphe. Morphe is sold through other retailers in store. I think Ulta just within the last week started carrying Morphe, which is awesome. But I'm just saying, like, it's hard to order things that are online only, and it's really annoying when they don't have like amazing return policies. Anyways, and don't forget, I don't have a Morphe coupon code. However, a lot of other YouTubers do, so I would hate for you guys to pay full price on Morphe. So I know YouTubers like Jacqueline, Manny, they all have coupon codes, so I highly recommend you go to and use one of their coupon codes so you don't have to pay the full price of them. If you guys want to see a Morphe video favorites on their products that are makeup products, please comment them down below. If you want to see me do this with another brand, I would love to. Just comment them down below, and don't forget, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, so, and if you want to see more of me, just go ahead and don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in my next video.